Oh my God, Tinder can be so frustrating. You swear that you're a pretty decent looking guy, you put together an okay profile, you find some shots the way you think you look pretty good, you take some time to write something in your profile to make women go, this guy is interesting, tell them a little bit about yourself. So why don't any women seem to want to swipe right on you? Well, there's a little known fact about Tinder, and that's that tiny little changes can sometimes make massive differences in the numbers of matches that you get. So maybe, just maybe, your profile right now is tantalizingly close to getting the matches you hoped you'd get. So, just how much of a difference can these small changes really make? Keep watching to find out. It shouldn't come as a surprise to you if I told you that online dating is very similar to online advertising. You have a photo that you want people to click to buy a product. The photo can sometimes be accompanied by a description, and you hope that combined together the photo that you use and the description that goes with it is going to cause people to want to click your ad and buy your product. It's exactly the same with online dating. You hope that the photo you put up and the description you put up with it is going to convince women to swipe right or message you. That's the idea. So as someone who's run a successful company for the last, over a decade, I'm feeling old now, but anyway, someone who's been doing that, I've had to learn to get really good at advertising and marketing. So it really shouldn't be a surprise to you that 6 or 7 years ago, when your Tinders and your Bumbles really started to grow rapidly, that I took to them like a duck to water. And what I knew intrinsically from my time with advertising that a lot of guys struggle with is that women or buyers can be easily swayed by the most unexpected things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just how massive a difference small changes can make. But in the beginning, I'm not going to use Tinder profiles. Instead, I'm going to use YouTube thumbnails because YouTube gives me exact metrics. So I can show you exactly what a massive difference just a tiny little change can make. And sometimes what a small difference, a big change can make. So let's have a look. Have a look at these two examples right here. These are two thumbnails from one of my recent videos. Which do you think had the highest click-through rate? Which do you think women clicked on more? And how big a difference do you think that was? Well, if you guessed the green one, you are absolutely correct. But do you know how much difference the green one made? 50%, right? So a half again, more people clicked on that thumbnail than clicked on the other one. Why? Why did a simple color make so much difference? Well, there are a number of factors. You could get into color psychology, you can get into a lot of this other stuff, but I'll tell you what I think it is, and because you've got to really understand the deeper mechanics at work, I think it's because YouTube has red and white colors, and red is a very common YouTube color for thumbnails. So when I used a bright green color, which barely any thumbnails use, my video drew your attention really, really quickly. That's why there are more clicks. But see, here's the thing. What if I didn't change the color? What if I changed the entire photo? What kind of difference might that make? Well, have a look at these two now. So in these two examples, what I've done is I've got a photo of myself pulling a silly face, and I got a photo of a really hot chick with very nice breastises. Now, which do you think performed better? Now, if you know anything about marketing, I'm willing to bet you're probably going to go the woman with the big boobs because duh, sex sells, right? Well, actually, the photo of me and my stupid face performed better. Why? Well, you can come up with a lot of theories, but I think that I understand my audience quite well by now. The truth of the matter is that on YouTube, we connect with emotions far better. So you'll probably notice that these days, a lot of YouTube thumbnails have people pulling faces, looking shocked, looking surprised, looking sad, crying, looking happy, right? We tend to click on emotions more than we click on sexy women on YouTube. So, it can be surprising how much a small change can make, how radical a change in results, and sometimes how small a change in results, a big change can make. So when you look at your Tinder profile, you've really got to think, okay, well, what small thing could be ruining my chances here? What little thing could be messing me up? I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but I just want you to hold that in your mind. Because the other thing that creates a lot of confusion for guys on Tinder is this. Women don't always behave how we think they ought to. There's a lot of theories out there about how women behave and what they want. Do they want a guy who's hot? Do they want a guy who's rich? Do they want a guy who's hot and rich? Do they want a guy with rippling six-pack abs? What are women going to be turned on by? And what we tend to do is we tend to, of course, assume women will respond to the things we would respond to. What would we respond to? Give me a hot bikini pic. Give me that chick in the pool that I showed earlier with the nice boobs. I'll swipe right on her. But women, they're a little bit different. And here's a really perfect example of women not necessarily liking what we as guys think they're gonna like. Look at these two photos of me. Now, which photo do you think performed better? The one with me? This was taken about 3 years ago when I still did a lot of exercise and had the six-pack abs and I was well built. That photo of me shirtless, or the photo of me skinny taken last year, having lost a lot of weight, just a skinny guy, not shirtless, just smiling at the camera. Which do you think is going to perform better? Because I know that most guys think the six-pack abs are going to do better, but I'll tell you what, the skinny version of me did better. How much better? Well, Tinder doesn't give exact percentages, but I'll tell you this, it was comfortably more than 3 times better. That's 300% better, me clothed, skinny, rather than me topless, well built. Now, I'm not trying to say that women prefer skinny guys. What I am trying to say is you can be surprised. Women can get easily turned off by topless shots because guys can easily look like a self-righteous, self-interested douchebag, and that's something women don't like. So there are a lot of factors at play when it comes to Tinder. Now, if you'd like to have a better understanding of how women actually rate men's attractiveness, there's a video I'll link you to up here. I definitely recommend you go and check that out. I'm going to go into detail about how women actually, how they think about men when they're assessing whether he's attractive or not. You might well be surprised, so go and check that out. You see, as I mentioned earlier, as a business owner, I expected that online dating was going to be like this. I expected that it was going to sometimes be surprising what was going to get results. I expected that just like advertising, that Tinder would be, it'd be tricky, that it'd have to play with a lot of different photos and not necessarily the ones that I thought would definitely rank well will rank well. I had to realize that, you know, it requires fiddling to get right, to understand the audience better, because that takes time, right? It takes a lot of time for advertisers, and it should take a lot of time with Tinder people. And I forget that a lot of men think that Tinder should be easy. Not just Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all the online dating apps. They feel like, well, this is what I look like. Love it or leave it. But it's an exercise in marketing. And you're going to have to put in the work if you want to market well. Just like with advertising, you can't just have a product and expect people to buy it. Even if it's the world's best product, you need to know how to market it or you're going to have very few customers. So yeah, this is a thing and I forget. I think I get impatient with my viewers that you got to expect it's going to take work and you got to expect to put in quite a bit of effort to get those results. So is it really worth all of the effort, given that you're going to have to fiddle and tweak, and sometimes you get absolutely no results, you'll tweak one tiny little thing and bam, suddenly you're getting 10 matches a day. Is it worth that effort and frustration? In a short answer, yes. I get a lot of guys who watch this who say, why should I put all this effort just for a woman? Well, that's kind of nuts. That's like saying, why should I study so hard just to make a really great income? Because having a really great income is probably a pretty cool thing to have in life. Safety, security, the ability to buy nice things, right? Well, it's the same thing with women. Why should you want a woman in your life? Well, we're in the midst of a loneliness epidemic. Feeling loved and connected and appreciated on a daily basis is a really big deal. Having a teammate can make life a lot easier. I know women can bring negative things as well, but a high quality relationship rather than a low quality relationship seriously can make life better. That's why you're putting in all the effort. So to me, it's worth it. But you don't have to do online dating. You can learn to do cold approaching, right? But you're going to have to learn something. You're going to have to develop a set of skills. And the thing is that whatever skills you learn, once you've learned them, it's not hard work anymore. If I'm single tomorrow, I'm in a long-term relationship, but if I'm single tomorrow and I need to meet women, it's not hard work for me to jump on Tinder because I know what I'm doing now. It's just, it's like I've done videos, right? 14 dates and 4 hours work. I can do it. It's not hard because I know how. So once you learn how, it's a skill you got for life and you can always use it. It just takes some time in the beginning. Now, obviously one of the hardest things to wrap your minds around is finding the right photos to use in your profile. No surprises, that's one of the most important things. I've got a 21-point cheat sheet that's going to talk you through exactly the types of photos you want to find for your profiles that are going to get you the best match rates possible. I'm going to throw up a link to it up here. I definitely recommend you go and download that right now. For the rest, guys, how have you gone with Tinder? Have you found something that a small change made a massive difference? Let me know what that small change was. I'm sure I and a lot of the other guys would be interested to know. For the rest, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you liked it. I'm Damien. Have a fantastic week.